Hello, everybody. It's about that time. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey, everybody. Thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer comes from Lagunitas Brewing, and they are out of Petaluma, California, and they also have a tap house. I don't know if they're brewing there in Chicago, but they have two locations. Hopefully we'll get one on the East Coast before too long. This was sent to me by Rico, my brother in craft beers. Man, he sent me some awesome beers over the last month or two. I do appreciate it, sir. You're awesome. I'm just blown away every time I come home and see a beer mail package from you sitting on the porch. And they've been fairly regular here recently, so they must have some deep pockets, is all I can say. I do appreciate it, my brother. This is Lagunitas Imperial Stout. I may have reviewed this years ago, guys. If I have, this is the 2016 re-review. If I have not, so be it. I did a lot of beers the first couple of years I was doing beer reviews, and some of them were kind of strong for my palate at the time, and didn't like them or thought they were a little too boozy or whatever. Now that I've been doing this 6 years, I find these beers very, very tasty. So let's see what this brings to the table. If I have had it, it's been quite a few years ago, so I'm hoping this is going to be a very enjoyable beer. This is a 9.9%, almost 10%, so this is a big beer, not for the faint of heart. This is a big boy's beer. Share this beer. It's a 22 ounce. Don't drink all this by yourself. You'd be a pig if you did. And I plan to share this. Half of this will go to the other half and let her enjoy it too. She tastes all the beers that I review, guys. She's tasted just about as many beers as I've reviewed, 2,000 some of them, getting close to the 2,100 mark. So, and by the time you see this, it may even be 2,100. I'm reviewing this on the 14th or 15th of July. I'm not sure. The dates run together sometimes. Commercial description on this says, having down his 4th Imperial Stout of the day, the Wild Owl Charlatan from, oh my God, look at this word, Voldvodsky. I can't even say it. Voldvodsky belched and hollered for the Caesarina to enter his chamber and bend herself to his will. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The economy was a wreck and the vote was just around the corner. Nicky the Czar dude was off playing soldier like any pale nobleman with a hemorrhagic skin condition would. Such were the final days of the old empire. Reactionary, decadent, Sputnik, Stroganoff, weird, and drunk. But even as the proletariat, no matter whoever writes this whole shit and puts these great big words in there, just the old country hillbilly guys, and some of these big words, when you get into some of these German words or Russian words and stuff, I can't pronounce them. I have people tell me all the time, yo, you screwed that up. Yeah, I probably did. Countryside labored under inhuman conditions and a threat of being sent to the feudal war in the east. They wisely took the time to slam back an imperial stout or two. After all, life can be real sucker, as they say in the old country. Big, black, virginous, both showy, belligerent, buxom, and scary. This is our version of the chaotic end of an era in a bottle. Who writes this shit? Just tell somebody. I mean, it's rich with cocoa, this, that, and the other, than producing all this horseshit. It means absolutely fucking nothing. So, don't have the IBUs on this beer. Food pairings for this style of beer, guys. Says it goes well with your chocolate dish, of course. It's an Imperial Stout. All your stouts and porters go well with chocolate dishes, of course. And glass for the pint back a 9-tumbler snifter. I got my favorite snifter, and it can be set up for long periods of time. End of conversation. Let's pour this freaking beer. It amazes me sometimes some of the shit they write on these commercial descriptions. They must have some scholar sitting around thinking up these big words that nobody can freaking pronounce unless you're from that country. Didn't pour a very big head for that aggressive pour. Almost a finger of head. Over to the light, it's pretty dark. Maybe some slight red rubbiness around the bottom. Not much. Pretty dark beer. Good looking beer though. Looks very traditional for an Imperial Russian Stout. Let's get another one. Slight hint of a little bit of booziness in there. Rich roasted malt. Hits of some bittersweet chocolate in there. Maybe some dark fruit. Dates, raisin, plums, figs. Lagunitas does some good beers, in my opinion. They really do. I mean, I'm a big fan of their beers. I'm not a fan of their dating system. They use some silly-ass Julian code that I'm not a fan of. I want to see them do month, day, and a year, which they do not do. But it is what it is in the beer world. We just keep harping on it. Maybe sometime will hear us put the month, day, and a year on it, or put the vintage on something like this, so we'll know when it was put in the bottle. But sometimes it falls on deaf ears. That's the way it goes. Let's get a taste. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Rico. Very tasty. Slight hint of some booziness in there. It's almost 10%. He may have said something on the letter here. Let me look and see. What did the other one do? I did have two sheets here. One's got away from me. Yeah, the ceiling fan must have blown it away. Oh well. Yeah, I see it down there on the table. Oh well, I'll look when I come back with a final chug. They are famous for doing a date on the neck here. To me, it looks like 24541. So, if I was guessing from previous Lagunitas beers, this was done on the 245th day of 2014. So this has been in the bottle for quite a while. So, let me see if I can reach that paper down here. Let's see if it has Lagunitas. I do not see it. I see the Lagunitas Gnarly Wine, but I don't see this. So, oh well. Aged in the bottle for 245th day, that's getting not quite 2 years in the bottle. Well, I'm reviewing this on the 14th, 15th of July. So very tasty. A great beer to cellar. 10%, 9.9. This beer is going to keep very well for a long, long time. And there's no reason why you couldn't have coffee added to it or anything else. This beer will keep 5, 10, 15, even 20 years as being 10%. Don't know if I'd want to sell her 20 years, but this beer will keep. It will sell her very well, guys. Very tasty. Very, very tasty. I don't think this is a super pricey beer, not being bourbon barrel aged or anything like that. And like I said, I don't have anything on here. I thought he had listed this one, but I do not see it. So, Rico, you might post in the comments what this bottle cost you. I would guess this is probably a $10 to $12 bottle of beer for a 22 ouncer, and being a 10%er, that's reasonable in my opinion. Now once it's bourbon barrel aged, it starts getting to $15, $20, $25 a bottle. But it's right out of the fridge, 40 degrees. Let me let it warm up, pour her a glass and sip on this. Might go out, fire up a stogie to go with this, and sip on it for a little while and see what we end up with. Be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I've been sipping on about 30 minutes or so, and very well, with the Obsidian Maduro wrap cigar that I was smoking outside. Very tasty beer. Slight hints of some alcohol in there. Almost 10%. Not very boozy, not burning or anything like that. Rich roasted malt. Bittersweet chocolate. Hints of some dark fruit in there. Very nice Russian Imperial Stout. And then, like I said, I don't think this is a pricey beer. I don't think it's an expensive beer to buy. Nice creamy medium mouthfeel to this. Nice sweetness on the back end. Very well done. Very, very well done. We could just get these guys to do a better bottle on day, so this Julian code crap. Final show. A great beer for the winter time if you want to sit by the fire or share this when it's nice and blustery outside. Of course, it's not that way today for me. I'm having this and it's about 85 degrees outside, so still a great beer to finish up the evening with if that's what you're doing. Very tasty, very well made. I enjoyed this. I would buy this beer. Like I said, I don't think it's too pricey, Rico. You might post in the comments what you paid for this beer. I don't think it's real expensive. I wouldn't think it's real expensive, since it's not been put in a bourbon barrel or anything like that, and should be fairly readily available to most people that get Lagunitas beers in their state. So very tasty, guys. To me, I'm giving it an 8. If I was putting a numeric rating on this, it would probably be 92. Pretty tasty. It's almost to the 9 category. It's pretty tasty. Very, very nice. Over to Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate says 84, which is in their good range. I think it's a tad better than that. Of course, a lot of times these regular versions of this, unless it's bourbon barrel aged or something like that, and doesn't blow their hair back or their socks off over at Beer Advocate, they're very conservative a lot of times. So we take that with a grain of salt. And over to Rate Beer. Rate Beer says overall 92, but 40 in the style. I don't know what the style there is, but look at an 84, we got a 92, and a 92. So me and Rate Beer are pretty much in agreement with this. It is an A beer. It's a very tasty beer. It's a great beer to cellar if you so choose to do so. If you've had this one from Lagunitas, their regular version of their Imperial Stout, 9.9% ABV, let me know what you think. Alright guys, that's it for today. Come on back tomorrow. Let's open up that fridge and dig something tasty out. See you then.